Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. Okay, today is supposed to be for my Forgotten Things Friday. Hopefully I get the video up on the right day. And what I was going to do was I have tons and tons of things like, let me just undo them from here. These little what would be Victorian, I'll think of it, photo album frames. The one that I'm using came from one of this set in here, which is why I happen to have them right here. And I have a whole bunch of them, all kinds, and I never, ever use them. So, with all the photographs that were coming out, and some of the photographs that I have, and Valentine's Day coming up and romance and all that jazz, I decided that I would try to do a picture frame and, you know, maybe put a few die cuts or something on it, and use it as a page in one of my books. So as I played, I came up with this, and I thought that can't go on a page in a book. That has to be a topper. So I started, you know, I measured out the mess I've made. None of this is glued down, which is why I took a scan of it. I took, just like with my phone, I can scan it, so I could just take a picture of it more or less, printed it out so that I would remember where everything went, because I have to pick this all apart to put it back together, if that is making sense. So yeah, so that is kind of where I am, and I was going to take you along on the adventure of me trying to put a topper together for a book. I did measure out about, you know, what I wanted, and I am going to probably put it on here. Don't know if I'll cut around it, you know, cut around it or just leave it straight edged to put on. But these were the covers that I made. This is supposed to be burlap, if you can believe that, but it's more like a linen-y, let me see if I can bring it up so you can see the weave. It's almost like a cross stitch fabric. Very even weave, very, very pretty. Beautiful ivory color. Again, my weird fluorescent light kind of washes things out. But it's like a champagne-y ivory color, creamy ivory color, sort of like what this cardstock is as opposed to white. This looks a little darker. It is just a tad darker. So I was coming up with some ideas. I'm hoping this works. I can't say for sure, but we're going to begin this at least. The other thing I did was I had these little round, whoops, I'm trying to get just one. I don't know if you can see this at all. The tulle, you can see me holding it. Okay, there's tulle. Netting, and I know you can't tell, but it's actually dyed. Okay, this one, I believe, if I fold it up, this one should be the one that I had done in like a tea dye sort of color. Okay, I used alcohol inks. Then this one, as you can tell, ended up pink. Okay, can you see that? Of course, when you open it up, you can barely tell that it's pink, but it is. And then there's another one here. Hang on. I did 3. Okay, where's the other one? 1, 2, here it is. Here it is. This one, as you can tell. And when I fold it up, you can see that this one was green. Okay. I did this only because I thought maybe I could take small pieces of that and kind of tuck it in places. I wanted to try to give this a little more dimension other than just being totally flat. I don't want it to really stick out, but I don't want it really just flat either. So I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just going to put this off to the side so I have this. You might still see it. The other thing I did was I printed this paper. This is going to be the end papers inside the covers. And what I also did, let me flip this over so you'll be able to see this a little bit better. You can probably tell that this is on tracing paper. okay? And this is a love note from a man to his true love. And I printed this on the tracing paper. I was thinking about possibly putting bits and pieces of it as it goes, tucking it in and around so that it looks like it was underneath here. And it will also be on the inside. Well, I don't have to show you that, but it'll be on the inside of the covers over this paper, like that. It'll be front and back, same letter. Because I can't come up with another one. So, my goodness, we're gonna get started. And you know where we're gonna start? We're gonna start on the easier part. Let's see if I can do this. Let me get my covers here. And I did front and back because this one, when I did it, I know you probably can't tell, but the weave just went a little wacky. And I figured since it's going to be covered, you wouldn't really notice that. I was more careful doing the back one. The weave is straighter. You're going to see the back because I generally don't do anything to the back. The other thing that I'm going to do, and we'll start on the back one. The other thing that I was going to do, let me get this, not this. I have to put that back. I filled up my glue here the other day and didn't put my other bottle back yet. Don't know why. But get a little bit of that down. This will have gold corners on it. So, and here's a cool little, fun thing. You can see how this, and I cut it with pinking shears, but you could see how it still unravels. I have a pile of these now. Try to pull one or two out. Well, I'm knotting them, but if I bring it up, can you see the very neat texture of the thread? And I thought, wouldn't this be nice if you put a ribbon on a tag and then tied like a little linen string around it? Yoo-hoo! I got a ton of it. So I got a bunch of that. So that was a nice little side effect there. So I'm liking that. I'm just going to get rid of these things because I don't want them hanging under the paper. So yeah, so these will have the little gold corners on it. I just wanted to make sure that they're relatively glued down and have very little bumps and bulk in it. Okay, so let's get started then. This is the back. It doesn't matter which one. And while I'm talking to you, I will do, I'm gonna just get my little thing here and let me put this out of the way. So we're probably not going to finish this. I may just do a couple of videos because I think I mentioned, let me put this over here. I think I mentioned, here's my problem. I'm trying to video ahead and I'm trying to video in order, but I'm not being successful, in chronological order. So again, I'm not sure what I may have said when. So just bear with me until I get into a flow, I guess. But, my husband and I, we are going to be away at a conference this week, and then following the conference, we come home on Thursday, do our laundry Thursday night, and on Friday, we're off to his parents for our family Christmas, because we can never all make it at Christmas, mostly because of my husband and myself, because we're very busy with work at Christmas. So trying to coordinate with his sisters. One lives in Connecticut and one lives in South Jersey. And then there's us. Where's my, there it is. Okay, just trying to line it up with my wire here. So we, you know what, let me do 2. I printed 4 just in case I screw something up. But of course I only see 3. Oh, I think one's over here. That's okay. I'll stick this one here and we'll cut another one. So, yeah, it's not always that easy for all of us to get together at the same time. So, weather permitting, which it looks okay for all of us from whatever direction we're coming from, heading to and then back again from Syracuse, we should be good weather-wise. So that's good. So I will be gone from Monday through Sunday this week coming. And so I was trying to get some videos up so that there'd be something, even if it's not exactly according to my day plans, like the Let's Make It Mondays, the tutorial or Trash to Treasure Tuesdays, probably just do the rest of my, what do you call it, but, which way is up? This way is up, okay. And I'm going to try to bring it as close as possible to this because I want to make sure I catch all of this in the book corners, the protective corners. Just going to spin this around a little bit so I can see it. And then I got to find what I've done with me pencil. Here it is. And I want to make sure, so I'm going to put a mark here. And let me spin this again and put a mark about there. And then I think I'll just measure the second one off of this one. So let's go ahead and get this back up and find my mark. There it is. Whoops, I don't want to mess that up. I'm trying to keep it as intact as possible. Okay, so we have that, and then a pretty little strip for who knows what we can do with that. That's just beautiful. And then this side. Okay. So anyway, I'm trying to get something, you know, up and going. Oops, I got this thing taped down because it slides all over. So it may not be, you know, for me, this was a forgotten things because I never used these frames. But like I had said in one of my other videos, maybe it went up already, maybe it didn't. I don't know. 95% of my craft room is forgotten by me. I basically have paper, glue, ink, scissors. And that's about all I remember to use. So yeah, so anything is forgotten to me. So I collected a whole bunch of these printouts of these digitals for these frames, and I think I've used one, maybe two. And you know, they're really pretty and I should use them more often. So I'm trying to do that. So even though it is coming under and will be shown, I hope, this Friday, whatever date that is, I'm not sure, 29, 27, 26, I think, maybe the 26th. Make sure that's right. Whoops. It appears to be. Okay. Even though that is the case. Okay, let me grab I want to grab here. Okay. Flip it over. Because I had my, what do you call it on there? Don't want to lose that. Now, I'm wondering, I'm liking the idea of the ivory. So now I'm wondering, do I want a different ink? Let me go to my inks here. I have antique linen, but I'm not sure that's gonna, whoa, knocked it into my hand. I'm not sure that's gonna give me what I want. Brushed corduroy, maybe. I'm going to try these on a little bit of scrap and see what I think. And then I had rummaging through my drawers here, guys. Oh, I have scattered straw. I don't know. And I think I have that in an oxide as well. I also have tea dye. Okay, so let's move these things around. Yep, here's that one. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. I need some sort of a brush. Okay, let's try this, and I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try it on the back here. This is the tea dye. That's tea dye. I kind of like that. I think I really do like that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the tea dye. I'm not going to play around anything else. Let's put these away. Away you go. I'm hitting everything with my hands here. Okay. Try to get everything in here. And then I'm going to need one of these, which means I'm going to have to switch my little pad here. Put that over here. Whoops. Put a fresh one on. Make sure that I'm still videotaping. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead. Since this is kind of a new one, I've got to get it inked. There we go. So anyway, so this is still going to be sort of a process thing. Even though I might be doing a Forgotten Things Friday, I may, because I really don't anticipate finishing this in one video, I will possibly put another one up, or I'm going to kind of call it a process video. Sooner or later, I will get things on track with the right things on the right days. But I'm trying to, like, I don't know, just sort of catch up on things. So anyway, that's that idea. The other thing with this is I'm going to, these are my ideas for this journal. I'm not going to use any full pages like this, decorative pages in the book. All the pages are going to be tea dyed front and back, okay? And then all the elements that I put in will be made out of papers like this. So florals, you know, things like this, I'll probably maybe use this someplace else in the book. I don't know. So I'm going to just do this. I'm going to dot it off over there and bring that in. I'm very happy with this choice. What I'm doing over here is just when I'm putting a lot on, I'm just sort of dotting it so I don't get that brush print, like a fingerprint on here. I want enough ink, but I don't want that that dot that you get that looks like a fingerprint. It looks like all the, you know, all the bristles and stuff. So that looks really, really nice. I'm liking this a lot. Liking this a lot. Good choice. So anyway, so you may see a couple of these videos when I'm going to stop this one short of an hour at very least, or where I think it would be a decent place to stop. And then I'm just going to continue on with another, you know, just turn the camera off, turn it back on, and continue on with completing this, at least this part of the process as much as I can. This is Sunday night. I still have to pack. To do my laundry yesterday. I got that done. Got all the sheets changed and all the blankets washed and all the, you know, the mattress cover and the whole 9 yards. That all got done. So that was good. All right. Isn't that a beauty? Oh my goodness. I'm loving that. Loving it. Okay. Look at the difference. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Which way am I going? I'm going that way. Okay, here we go. All right, let's dot it off over there. Make sure that, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do this part. I like having that extra little dark edge right around the edge of the paper. Like that very much. So anyway, so I was saying this is going to be all just tea dyed, and then the elements are going to be made out of, you know, these floral papers or whatever. and you know, the tags and whatnot. I'm not sure all of what's going to go in. Haven't chosen all of that stuff yet. Started with that and thought, no, this can't just be a simple little mildly decorated picture frame that I'll just put on the side, and when I need something, pull it out and put it in a book. It turned into the focal point of the book, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the journal, I always call it a book. But it turned into a focal point, or the focal point for the journal, which just love the covers on things. And then I started thinking, okay, what do I have that can go with it? You know? So I'm going to do one quick thing. It's not going to really take me but a second, and that is to see, I am 20 minutes in, and it's about 5 after 7. So somehow while I'm talking, I'm going to have to try to calculate when I want on my clock to make sure that I stop. I know it's coming, if you know what I mean. So 20 minutes, I want, let's say 50. So that means I have a half an hour. So 25 to 8. Okay, that's what I'll do. We'll look at it at 25 to 8. Just need a little heavier in there. All right, so it's going to have a hidden spine, and it's going to be a rounded spine, not flat, but it's going to curve. So I'm going to do that. And I mean, it's not necessarily, you know, Valentine's Day, just that it's romance, you know, just romance. Good old-fashioned love letter kind of romance, you know, just kind of liking that idea. And the picture that I have here on the front, that was a little heavy there, but the picture that I have on the front is really, I would say, from, I would think about 1932, 1933. And that is the date that I put on the letter, is May 12th. May, I'll tell you why. May is my favorite month of the year. I love May. Everything has started to bloom. The trees are in full bloom, but there's still that paler green and lacy looking, you know, just beautiful. And, you know, all the flowers are starting to come out. Some perennials are coming up. Azaleas are in bloom. Rhododendrons are getting ready to bloom, of course, depending on where you live. And I keep living all over the place, so it varies depending on where I am. But May is just my favorite part of the year, my favorite month of the year. I picked 1933 because of the picture that I have in the front. It looked like it was probably about 1933 to me. So I picked that year, and I picked the 12th because there is a song, and I think it was from the 50s, and it was called The 12th of Never. And the line basically goes, until the 12th of never, I'll still be loving you, or something like that. So May for my favorite month, the 12th for the 12th of never, and 1933 because it matched the picture. So that's how I came up with the date for this. Okay. All right, so we are good here. I think I glued down whatever I thought was too loose. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this, do I wanna put this on? Well, you know, I haven't decided. I don't wanna cover the front. So if I don't wanna cover the front, I haven't decided on a closure, but if I don't wanna cover the front, that means I am going to have to put an eyelet in, which I stink at. I absolutely stink at putting eyelets in, but we're gonna give it a try, guys. And I've got to put it through fabric, and it doesn't like, at least mine doesn't like to cut through fabric. So 4 1/4 plus 1, we're gonna go right about there. I'm gonna make myself a little kind of pencil dot. I gotta like work it because it's a weave on here. All right, let's see what I have. Come over into my drawer and find my eyelets. Okay, and then let's go to the next drawer. Uh-oh, I hit something else. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get through all of this fabric, because this is not lightweight. Okay, that wasn't hard, more or less. Came right out too. What I have to look for now is an eyelet that may be a little longer, more heavy duty. This one, I think these are the longest ones I have. Okay. Let's see, because of the fabric, if I could get it through here. This is going to be a little difficult. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to trim this thread right here because I don't want it to get caught. And I'm going to try to push that down around here as best as I can to give it room to sort of grab, and we'll see what happens. I always have this in the wrong place. I never know which one is right. I never remember. I think it's this one. I believe it's this one. Okay, so let's go around and okay. Hey, that one came out pretty nice. Ooh, loving that. Okay. While I've got this out, I'm gonna go ahead, grab this one. Really doesn't matter. I'm looking for whatever might be the straighter side, which would be this side. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do it this way so I'm sure it's right. And we're gonna put our little mark. So we wanna make it as even as possible. I hope you guys are seeing this. Am I in the frame here? I am. Of course, I went around and around on that and pulled up all the thread. So, okay, let's see. Other side. Other side. All right, let's try to get that right in there. I hope I'm pretty close. All right, this one got stuck. Get that little puppy out of there. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and put this in from, whoops, try to get as much of it in as I can. And then I didn't do, oh no! I dropped it, guys. Dropped it. I'll find it when I sweep. Let's get another one. Okay. Go back here and try this again. Try to get it through. Ooh, that one wasn't bad. Push that down. Clear away whatever little thready debris is hanging up here. Okay. Bye-bye. And then we will go ahead and put that in here. Okay, whoops, good. All right, let's put that away. Let's put this away. These out of my way. These guys, by the way, plastic, which is good for me. $1 at the dollar store when it was still a dollar store. And then I just wrote on top what I have in there, and I keep them in a drawer next to me here. These are gonna be things that you see eventually. All right. So these are going like this. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue these guys down right onto here. And I'm not going to worry too much about this over here because part of that, it'll be covered. I'm more concerned about getting this where I want it on this side. So I'm trying to think, do I want to glue? I think I'm going to glue. I'm going to go ahead and glue. All right. So this should be fun. You know what I should, well, I think this is open, right? No, that's not open because I usually just pour it into the other bottle. That just comes out faster from there. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so I got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. All right. So I'm going to go down this way first. So anyhow, So plain tea-dyed pages. Then we're going to look to be making the belly bands, pockets, nothing super fancy. Sometimes the less is more, I think. I want to try to keep this a little more simple but elegant. I'm putting my fingers in the glue. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I can control myself. Sometimes I just can't, you know. So I want to get decent coverage on here. I don't know how far out of frame I may be right now. But I don't want it to, I'm trying to go quickly because I don't want it to dry too much. I have found that if I give it just a few seconds, if I let it sit for just a few seconds before I put it down on something, I don't get the ooze that I normally would get. I'm still managing for the most part to get it to the edges of things, you know, so that the edges are still glued down, and though I usually have to go back and fix a few here and there. Put this one over here, and I'm going to stand up to do this so I can see what I'm doing. But I'm not too worried about the ooze on here because it stuck on my finger, because it's got the fabric on it, so not too worried about that. Like I said, I want to get it close enough. I hope that the, what do you call it, will grab it. The corner protectors will grab it. So I'm just going right along the edges with my bone folder. Couldn't think of what it was. And I know that I've got the eyelet there, but I prefer to have it sort of covered underneath rather than have it over. So I'll just pop through that later, not now, because I've got, you know, I want it good and dry. I don't need it right now until I'm ready to, or well, closer to be ready to put the ribbon or whatever it is I'm going to use. I might use some sari silk. I may use tulle or lace. I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet. I'll be thinking about it though. All right, I think that's good and down. Okay. We've got about 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do, and you can see I use washi tape to hold this tracing paper down. Okay. I'm sitting again. Let me put that to the side. So I'm not going to worry about doing the front part, because I just want to do this one so that we can see. And then I think as we finish this, I may just stop, begin again, and we'll start playing with the cover a little bit. So I think what I want to do, I have this one. I have this one. I think I want to go, I don't know. I do have in here the leftover pieces. First, let me see which one tears easier. Okay, we got that one. And then let's see what we think about this one. Okay, I'm going to go, because of the condition it's leaving the paper, I'm going to go with this one for the tracing paper here. So we're going to go ahead here. I don't know if I'm going to put a pocket on anything. This is not really meant to really be read. It was just meant to be something that was on there. I'll probably go over it with some inks and things like that, just to, let's see what I think. Yeah. Just sort of something like that. I may take a little bit of the vintage photo, I can't think, and try going over that as well. Just kind of trying to dull it down a little bit. Yeah, I read this letter to my sister. I said, do you want to hear the letter? And after I finished reading it, she goes, ooh, stalker. I said, it's not a stalker. I said, it's supposed to be a man who's truly in love with this woman and cannot stand to be apart from her. I said, you know, originally I was thinking, oh, he could be like a soldier in the war, even World War I or something like that. I had to stick it in the 1930s, of course, because of the picture that I've already picked out. And there was no war there at the time. So it's like, oh, well, what are you going to do? So he can just be madly in love with her. We'll just let him be madly in love. Okay, so I did that a little bit. It's got a little bit of color on it, not too much. I'll probably go back and fix it a little bit more. Let me get this guy there. And what I want to do, and I'm probably going to use the glue stick to put this down. I don't know. I haven't used that. Well, I think it'll be all right. And it's okay because it doesn't have to be perfect. But what I want to do is go ahead and center it. Now, where is my outside? Right there. So I want to go closer to the outside with it because this is going to have a covering. I'm going to try to line it up. I'm going to stand to see if it looks even to me, which isn't saying much. Okay, I'm going to move it over just a smidge. Okay, and I'm going to start trimming here. I don't know how well I'm going to get past that. There we go. Okay, then we're going to come on over to this side. Okay, and what I'm going to do, my intention, is a little bit like what I did in the Olivia journal, which was to kind of rough up the edges a little bit. Okay, ow, that hurt. Hurt my hand holding it like that. Okay, let's turn it this way and get this here, more or less. Doesn't matter there, it just matters if it's straight. Okay. Oh, and I picked the name Roger. I don't know why, because the guy in the picture just looked like a Roger to me, even though you really can't see his face. I was going to just leave it, you know, with no name, and then I thought, no, you can't just leave it with no name. You can leave it with my darling and not give her a name, but yeah. I thought, no, he has to have a name. He should sign it. So, but anyway, so that's that. 'Tis my plan. Oh, that one didn't quite make it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So we're going to kind of, I don't know, just, I'm not sure how I want to do this. I have, which I never use, let me get this drawer out of here. This is where I keep my little files and, ooh, I should probably cover the ink. Would be nice. And my blades for my craft knife and things like that. And this is in here, which I never use. I think this was that. Maybe it wasn't. No, this was not that. I wonder if I still have it or if I got rid of it because I thought, gee, you know, I'll never use that. Oh, look at here. I've got a blade just floating free. That's not good. I think that goes in here. I'm going to have to put a piece of Scotch tape around this, I think. Let me actually do that right now. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Because I don't need to be sticking my hand in there. I highly doubt that I'm ever going to probably use these specialty blades for what they're meant to be used for. So I'll just kind of stick that in there and call it a day. I am not seeing that. So let me, I don't know if this is going to work. I just want to kind of rough it up. I watch Anne from Older China, and she says damage it with her French Canadian. If you damage it, she says. Well, this isn't going to help me. I'm wondering if that's enough. Where's my little snisters? My little snisters, little ones. Here we go. Got to be really careful with this, though, because we don't want to, like, totally ruin it. I don't know how, ooh, that worked a little bit. Tore it a little some, which is all right. Just kind of roughing it a little. And then I'm going to get my wax paper, or wherever I put it. Oh, there it is. And kind of go around the edge with the ink. So, I mean, I know that it's kind of, you know, fuzzy on the ends just simply because of the tear ruler, but I want to just add a little bit more to that. And when you, oh, there's a good tear. So I have to be careful that it doesn't tear a whole lot. When you use the brush on it, it will kind of pick up on that. All right. Okay, let's see what we get. If it doesn't work, I can print another one. That's my philosophy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try this, and let's see what we get. Okay. Oops. Now this, and I had said in the Olivia journal that I had used tracing paper on those little places that I had put into journal on. I actually misspoke. They were not tracing paper. They were dry waxed paper. This is tracing paper. It's a little more like a glassine. This one's a heavier one. So it's like a glassine vellum, if that makes sense. Something like that. So, okay. No, don't mind that. Just kind of going back and trying to find those tears and see if I can wriggle them up a little bit. Okay. All right. I think that'll be okay. I'm also going to do this on the edge. I'm watching my clock. Again, I wanted something pale and lightly done, but still distressed nonetheless. Okay. So, I don't know how long it'll take me to finish this, guys. This whole journal may end up being my Sunday videos for my current project, which was my original plan. Okay, I'll put that over that way. Bring this back down. That is the outside. This is going to go in there. Ooh, love it. Okay, let's get my glue stick here. And we're going to get that one done. Okay. And again, what I like about this mat, this wipes right off. These mats are awesome. I did just buy a new one. I got to be careful while I'm doing this, though, around the edges. I did buy a new one so that when I want to color ribbon or lace or something right here, you know, on the tabletop, because I just need a small bit or whatever that's going to be, I'll be able to go ahead and do that without having it go through where I have all the Scotch tape. I'm trying to get it all over. And though this does dry quickly, it doesn't dry immediately. So my problem is that it wants to curl the paper now. I don't mind it making a few wrinkles and stuff in the paper, which is fine, but I need to get the glue everywhere. So I think I have enough. I'm going to just move this a little off center. Yep, that's it. And I'm going to stand up. I think you can still see me. And I'm going to put this over this way. I think that's pretty straight, I hope. Just going to go out from there and up from there. A few little wrinkles, and I don't mind that. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to... I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. But it's rippled a little, which I love because it adds a great feel and texture. I got to get a little more glue up here, which I'll probably use the 3-in-1 for that because I know that will dry clear and flat. Yeah, and I want to pull these back, these little tears that actually did let me tear it. Little tears like that. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I will go back and I will glue that down, but we're going to stop this one for right now. Let me just clean up my mess. Let me just clean up my mess. And I'm probably shaking the camera. Sorry about that. But that cleans up my glue stick on this mat. This is just a baby wipe. It's dry. Just clean that up. These are awesome. They did go up in price since I bought this one years ago, but it's still worth it in my opinion. So, okay, so that's what we've got so far on this. That's the back cover, and that's more than likely going to stay plain. So I think that works. Works for me. So that's it for the moment, guys. I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to get started on a new one. And like I said, I'll do the other one of these off camera. You've seen how this was done. When I come back, the next video will be trying to put that cover together. So that's it for now, guys. I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, be safe, be happy, and be blessed. Bye-bye for now.